Hello, beautiful people, and yes, I'm talking to each and every one of you. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you are new. My name is Kendra, and before I get into this video, make sure you head over to that subscribe button, and before you leave, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, especially if you enjoyed it. Today, I'll be talking about what persistent depressive disorder is, which is also known as dysthymia, and just going over my experience with it, since this is like the first disorder I was actually diagnosed with back in 2019. So let's get into it. First off, I'll start off with the symptoms, which can be low moods, irritability, lack of energy, no motivation, unable to concentrate, and it can easily turn into major depression, and it can start showing up as early as just early in your childhood. For me, I definitely experienced all of the symptoms I listed off, and there are a few other ones, but these are just the key symptoms that doctors look out for when diagnosing persistent depressive disorder. I definitely went through the low moods to the point where I could not leave my bed at all. Like, my partner had to literally physically drag me out of bed just to get me out to go for a walk and stuff like that. Irritability was definitely a big one for me. It's any little thing can happen and I'm just like thrown off. It seemed like it was just a part of my personality to just be irritable. And then my lack of energy, I can tell you right now, looking back, I walked around the house feeling like I was dragging my arms across the floor, even though they're not that long. But I can definitely relate because I felt like a zombie, as if I was just like swaying or like floating across around the house, physically weakened, as if I couldn't lift some things. It's like my body just started to shut down on me, and I had no motivation. So I do love art and painting, but I did stop it for a long time because I just wasn't motivated to do it. Unable to concentrate, that showed up a lot more at work for me, because I am not even exaggerating. I would just be in the middle of a task, and then all of a sudden it's like my brain just stopped, as if you cut out a light. It's like the switch just went off, and I would be staring into the screen for a very long time. I guess this would probably fall in the category of dissociating, because I would just it's like I just take off, I leave my body for a moment, and then before I knew it, half hour or 45 minutes had gone by and I had not finished the task that I was on. So then that caused me to have to stay longer. I would definitely lose my concentration. I'd forget what I was even doing, even though I was doing it literally less than a minute ago. Sometimes when I was going over documents, reading them and proofreading them, I'd find myself restarting over and over again, because it's almost like my vision went a little blurry and I couldn't focus on the words. It's as if my eyes were trying to focus, as if it was like a camera sort of thing, and the lens was just going in and out, in and out. So sometimes I would have to reread what I just read, and that caused me to take a lot more time than normal proofreading this document. Now let's go over the causes. And there are multiple causes, and there's probably more than what I'm about to list. So the causes can be chemical imbalance, which means your brain is just not, it doesn't have enough serotonin, which is kind of like the happy hormone, if you want to call it that, just to sum it up. And then it could also be caused by family history of this disorder, or even if there are other disorders in your family. It can be caused by traumatic events, so like losing someone, like a death, or any type of abuse. And then some medications can actually cause depression as well, and also big changes in your life. I have a story time, like a big impulsive change that I did, and it didn't end that well. So that I can remember back to that time, and that was at the beginning of when my burnout started to happen. As far as treatment goes, now there is no real prevention for persistent depressive disorder, or they just haven't found one yet, except for, the usual, like getting enough sleep, eat a healthy diet, and exercise. Those things will make it less likely to become depressed. And then also if you avoid alcohol or any type of substance abuse. But for the treatment, it's a mix of therapy and medication. So there are different types of therapy that can help you gain the tools to handle your depressive episodes. And one of the examples would be like CBT. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. I'm not going to touch too much on that right now because I haven't looked into CBT. And then the medication helps with chemical imbalance and just basically helps your body to produce enough serotonin because it is the happy hormone. Now for me, my doctor just recommended that I take extra vitamin D. And that was a choice as well. Like if you look back in my other videos, I explained why I don't take medication. And there's nothing wrong with medication. I'm not hating on it or anything. It's a personal preference. I understand. It's definitely highly effective in most cases. The medication basically helps your chemical imbalance. So sometimes it's not even caused by chemical imbalance. If it's caused by like trauma, then he'll probably recommend you take the therapy that will teach you how to process your trauma properly and how to manage your emotions whenever you're triggered. Comment down below if you guys know someone or if you are experiencing persistent depressive disorder yourself. The main difference between persistent depressive disorder and major depression. Persistent depression disorder, the episodes come in cycles and they could last longer. However, it's not as severe as major depression, but major depression episodes may not last as long. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give me a thumbs up because it helps me a whole lot. And also subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Comment down below how you feel about the painting videos and any other videos you would like to see from me. I am definitely open to any other ideas that I could do. If you just have questions, let me down in the comments. Let me know in the comments below. Here is the finished product of this paint video. Until the next upload, y'all, I can't talk today. Until my next upload, bye!